It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Finance Daily, episode 426, Why Self-Worth is More Important Than Net Worth, and the Investments We Make into Our Lives, by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. And I am Dan, the guy who reads to you from some of the best blogs on personal finance. Welcome back to a brand new week here on the show. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And really quick, big thanks to Video Blocks for sponsoring this episode. You can get studio quality stock video for a fraction of the cost with Video Blocks. Go to videoblocks.com/finance to try out all the stock video you can imagine free for 7 days. That's Video Blocks, videoblocks.com/finance to save on millions of studio quality clips from Video Blocks. And I'm going to get right to our Minimalist Monday. We've got two shorter posts for you today, both from Joshua Becker. So let's get to it as we optimize your life. Why Self-Worth is More Important Than Net Worth, by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. There is no value in life except what you choose to place upon it, and no happiness in any place except what you bring to it yourself. Henry David Thoreau. Net worth, your assets minus your debts. Self-worth, the quality of being worthy of esteem or respect. As humans, it is in our nature to compare ourselves to others. Unfortunately, because we can only compare the things that we can objectively measure, we live in a world that is great at measuring and comparing externals. Somewhere along the way, we decided that we could determine who is living a more valuable life by comparing their clothes, cars, homes, and paychecks. Simply put, we tied self-worth to net worth. As a painful result, we began to make judgments about our own life value by the possessions that we own. But in reality, our life is far more valuable than the things that we own. The wages that we earn provide for our lives, but they do not define our lives. Fortunately, when we change our thinking on this matter, we are freed to pursue a life worthy of esteem and respect that is not tied to our possessions. Consider these 8 steps to improve your self-worth regardless of your net worth. 1. Live a life of integrity and character. There is no greater feeling than laying your head on your pillow at night, having no regrets in your dealings with others. Consider the immeasurable value that comes from looking back over your entire life and seeing the same thing. 2. Cultivate worthy endeavors that are available in infinite supply. There is no limit to the amount of love you can show, the amount of hope you can spread, or the number of encouraging words you can speak. Cultivate these things in liberal supply. They will cost you nothing, but will begin to mean everything. 3. Delight in your uniqueness. The fact that you are different from everybody else makes you valuable. Be comfortable with yourself and proud of yourself. Don't suppress it or hide it. Instead, do the opposite. Champion your uniqueness. 4. Give away your most valuable resource. The most precious resource we own is our time. Therefore, the most precious thing that we can ever give to another person is our time. Make a habit of giving it away to others. 5. Live courageously. Find the mental strength to accept new challenges without regards to the fear that may lie beneath. Live with great expectations about what your life can become and accomplish. 6. Develop self-confidence. A confident person feels better about themselves, stands up taller, and smiles more. A confident person does not follow the crowd or try to become someone else. A confident person focuses on their achievements and anticipates their next opportunity in life with excitement. 7. Embrace your weaknesses. There are no perfect people in this world. We all have struggles and weaknesses, and I have found that one of the best ways to identify with others is in our weakness. When we admit that we need help, we are finally ready to interact with others on a truly valuable level. 8. Make the most of every opportunity. Each new day brings with it new opportunities. Don't waste a single one. Do everything you do with quality and excellence. Your true self-worth is up to you. Increase it. Don't allow your life's pursuit to be caught up in the acquisition of material things. That makes for a nice net worth, but not necessarily a high self-worth. And self-worth trumps net worth any day. The Investments We Make into Our Lives, by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. Not every dollar spent is a poor decision. Not every purchase is a bad one. Not every expense is wasted. In accounting terms, there is a difference between a sunk cost and an investment. A sunk cost is money wasted, never to be recovered. But an investment is very different. An investment is money spent for the purpose of long-term or short-term gain. And while not every investment pays off in the long run, some rewards are worth the risk. I have found this to be a helpful distinction as I evaluate my spending and my purchases. Some purchases are worth the expense because they result in short or long-term gain, and I am not just talking about financial returns. For example, many people will encourage you to invest in a quality bed and mattress. Healthy sleep is important because it provides the foundation and energy for how we spend our days. This seems like wise advice. Buying a quality bed is an investment into my life. Additionally, I would argue that healthy food, quality running shoes, and opportunities to learn are also smart investments. They may cost a little bit more, but they improve our quality of life, providing valuable returns. Some might include travel on this list. I tend to agree so long as experiencing and learning from new cultures accompanies it. As might be expected, these investments vary from person to person. For me, as a writer, a working computer might be considered an investment, but the tools of a woodworker would be very different. Even more, a chef or a student or an airline pilot. Unfortunately, many of the things we are sold these days are not investments. They are merely wasteful expenses, money that can never be recouped. They become a sunk cost as soon as we leave the store. We are constantly told to upgrade our home size, our transportation, our appearance, or our means of entertainment. We are marketed unhealthy food as convenience and fast fashion as essential to success. We are subtly convinced by 1,000 different voices these purchases will improve our lives. But they rarely do. The happiness wears off almost immediately, and our only return on investment is regret. Even worse, many of the things we purchase rob us not only of financial resources, they also steal our time and energy and focus. They redirect our attention from things that do matter and place it squarely on things that don't. There is another accounting phrase called the sunk cost trap. Essentially, it warns against the tendency of people to irrationally follow through on an activity that is not meeting their expectations simply because of the time and/or money they've already spent on it. If a purchase made in the past is not providing its desired result, it is sunk. And other than the lessons learned, it should not be factored into future investments. If the possessions you have accumulated over the years have not brought the happiness and fulfillment you desired, it is time to make a change. Owning less provides more money, more energy, more time, and more opportunity to pursue our greatest passions. It allows us to redirect our finite resources away from sunk costs and place them into sound investments, investments that improve not only our own lives, but the lives of everyone around us. You just listened to the posts titled Why Self-Worth is More Important Than Net Worth and the Investments We Make into Our Lives, both by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. And big thanks again to VideoBlocks for sponsoring this episode. Check out videoblocks.com/finance to try out all the stock video you can imagine free for 7 days. Justin from Optimal Living Daily was mentioning that he put together an award acceptance video for the podcast awards and had to buy a background image of a curtain. And had he known about VideoBlocks, he could have chosen from a bunch of different videos of curtains opening, which would have made for a fun effect in the video. Unfortunately, he found out about VideoBlocks a couple weeks too late, but he checked anyway, and there were tons of options to choose from. VideoBlocks lets you get studio quality stock for a fraction of the cost, and that includes HD footage, After Effects templates, motion backgrounds, and more. It's all royalty free too, so you can use it for commercial and personal projects. Try it out for free for 7 days at videoblocks.com/finance. That's videoblocks.com/finance to save on millions of studio quality clips from VideoBlocks. And that'll do it for today. Have a great start to your week, everybody, and I'll see you again tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.